Hello, YouTube pipe smokers. Law and Smoke Professor Walker here, and I'm smoking my Elizabethan mixture, my go-to, at least for now, and my Savinelli Billiard 104 basic plain pipe. That's my first pipe. That's still probably my best pipe. Smoke it more than anything else, even though maybe there's a couple others that I would say are more my favorites for aesthetic reasons. This is still my number one pipe. All right, so the purpose of my video today is to talk about the Muttonchop Piper thing, and I very reluctant I was to comment on anyone's posts or videos about this. I did get into it a little bit with someone on Instagram, someone who's probably just more of an internet troll, not not an actual decent person. But I do want to comment on this. Start with, I've mentioned this before on here, just like a lot of you that are in this YouTube pipe community. I wouldn't probably be doing these videos. I wouldn't have known or met, gotten to know some other of the people here, gone to my pipe club, probably all of that, if it wasn't for being exposed to Muttonchop Piper when I was beginning my pipe smoking hobby. He is like for a lot of us, our favorite YouTube pipe presenter, his manner, demeanor, all of that. There's a lot of reasons why, his knowledge. There's lots of knowledgeable people out there, but just kind of everything about his nature, I think, is what has made him as popular as he is. 20,000 or so subscribers to his channel, which in the YouTube community really isn't a lot, because there's a whole lot of people, with just thousands and thousands and millions of subscribers. But within the pipe smoking world, which is a relatively small world, it's pretty big, right? That's a pretty big one. Well, so this controversy, which probably if you're watching this video, you probably know about it, right? Muttonchop Piper was having computer issues and also having other things going on in his life where he can't really spend the money to upgrade his new computer. And so he put it out there that was part of the reason why his videos were getting fewer and farther between, and wasn't sure, because he was having some issues. Well, of course, predictably, right, some folks, volunteered to chip in, set up a GoFundMe, buy Muttonchop a computer, and then all kinds of little hellish things broke loose. Well, some of the people, upset, saying, "Hey, Muttonchop, why don't you just do your videos on a phone?" Which that's what I do. I do it on my phone. I do use, though, a laptop to finish it off. I don't really do a lot of video editing. As a matter of fact, I don't really do any video editing. My videos are pretty much just straight through, and then I just use the computer to put like the thumbnails and stuff like that on there. But that's it. So I don't really use any sort of video editing, and that's not because I don't want to. I actually did download some video editing software on my laptop, but I just haven't figured out how to use it and how to do it well. I even have a bunch of video that I shot that was intentionally video to edit and try to put something together, and yeah, it's been a disaster. It just hasn't really worked well. I just haven't learned it. I haven't really spent the time to learn it, and then it would probably be okay if I spent the time to learn it. Well, so I know it can be done just from a smartphone, right? And then that was a lot of people's objections. Hey, you don't need a laptop, you just do a smartphone, and you do it. Well, I think he's used to using a laptop, and then it's maybe harder, maybe, I don't know, personally in that one, maybe he's not, as much of a technologically savvy guy where, it's just easier to adapt from one thing to another. I think we get in habits, and and we do whatever we do, whether it's on our phone or a laptop, and it's easier to get kind of locked into that. So that was some objections. People were suggesting that he should sell pipes, sell some of his tobacco stash, and I don't think that's realistic. I mean, I did watch a video from someone that suggested that because he was talking about how, he had to do that to keep his business going. He had to sell off stuff. I've had to do that. I've had times in my life where we had nothing. I went back to school as an older person, so we were very, very, very poor for a while. My kids got really lame Christmas and birthday presents because we just didn't have the money. And that's what you do. And I sold off things that I had accumulated over time to make things make ends meet, pay the bills. But I don't really think that's the position Muttonchop Piper is in. He's needing money for a laptop to maybe keep a YouTube channel going. It's not to support, the family, so I don't think he's not in that same place. And I think it's okay for a YouTube presenter with as many followers or subscribers as he has to but then he didn't set it up directly, and I know that's part of the issue, that people think it was manipulative or whatever to go out there knowing someone would set up a channel. But I don't know, I think it's okay for him to do that. And because he's never monetized his channel, never sought compensation for it, where there's plenty of people, that have far less subscribers, that really their only purpose for being here on YouTube is to monetize that, and that's really their focus. And he's never really done that. There are plenty of YouTubers, and not just pipe YouTubers, but I mean all over, where they have Patreon accounts. A couple of the YouTube channels I follow where they have the super chat function, so you can put money in there to get your comment highlighted. So there's lots of ways for people to earn revenue off it. Muttonchop's never done any of that stuff. And so I think having a community of 20-some thousand people that follow him, if a group of people want to contribute to get him a new laptop, there's nothing wrong with that. And putting on him that he should be selling his pipes or something, no. Because, honestly, let's say my phone or my means of making a YouTube video, and obviously I don't have a Muttonchop type channel, but if my means of creating videos wasn't working, and I couldn't afford, whether it's my phone or laptop or whatever, I wouldn't be selling my pipes to replace that to keep up a YouTube channel that brings in no revenue whatsoever. And I don't anticipate ever having a YouTube channel that brings in revenue. But if you're somebody who has, Muttonchop's kind of in a middle space, because let's say he had hundreds of thousands of followers and all those views, well, then he could be making enough revenue that maybe he could, be paying for the equipment that he needs to keep it going, all on his own. But he doesn't. He's not there. He's not 200,000 or 300,000. He's 20,000. But 20,000 is sufficient that out of that group, there's going to be people that be willing to kick in $10, $20, $50, $75, $100 towards making sure that he stays in business. And I don't know. I just don't understand a whole lot why people were so worked up. Kind of unfortunate. But I guess I'm not seeing it. And I don't know if it's just a human nature issue or what, but I kind of hope this kind of blows over, because it's made some people really emotional. I've seen some pretty emotional things either on YouTube or Instagram or somewhere about this, and I feel really bad for Chris. That's Muttonchop Piper Chris, right? Because I don't think this was anywhere his intention. Never intended to cause distress or upset, and I know it's bothered him a lot. I'm not friends with him. I don't know him personally other than in an internet way, but I know this is something that has deeply bothered him, and I just hope this can kind of blow over, and that as just people, we could be a little less judgmental about what other people do or don't do, and but I know it's not human nature. We're gonna still do that. We're gonna be harsh and judgmental on each other. All right, so that's kind of my 10-minute ramble, and I don't really have much else to say. Just hope this ends and moves on. Hope Muttonchop gets a good computer to get himself back in business, and then this is something that is long forgotten. All right, so that's it. Lawn Smoke, Professor Walker, and if you want, hey, wait a minute. I could use some money too. If anybody wants to contribute, I could use about $73,000, because what I would like, and this would be great for my YouTube channel, a Dodge Hellcat. I prefer the Challenger, but if someone wants to buy me the Charger Hellcat, I'm all for that too. Either one, and I'm not being greedy here because I don't want the Demon. The Demon's another step up. Be perfectly content with a Hellcat. So if anyone wants to fund a Hellcat for me, I'm in. All right, Lawn Smoke till next time.